Back today with another one, guys, from Modern Dating here, titled She Regrets Testing Her Husband with a Childish Joke. Okay, let's see what happens in this story.
Titled, I, 28 female, made a joke with my husband, 29 male, and it's costing me my marriage with a man I truly love. It goes on to say, I need help fixing it. My husband and I have been married for 4 years now. I truly do love him with everything I have. I can't see a life without him. I took some stupid advice from some of my girlfriends.
Before we continue, I just want to say I mentioned this in almost every video because typically this is how these situations occur, which is that be very mindful of who your woman is hanging around. Be very mindful of the type of women she's around because these women will literally sow seeds of destruction into your guys' relationship, whether that's unintentionally or intentionally to try to get at the man so they can be with him, right? Be very, very careful.
Regarding a joke that they have done with their husbands or boyfriend. The joke is basically telling your partner that you want to break up or that you want a divorce.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we should really define and redefine the definition of joke here because apparently, these modern women do not understand what an actual joke is. A joke is supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be lighthearted. It's supposed to make you laugh. It is not supposed to make your heart break and think that your life is about to end as the man in the situation.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Well, I never wanted to do it and thought it was cruel to do, especially to someone you love. But I was convinced after they kept pestering me about it, as I was the only one that hasn't done it yet out of the 5 of us. They further convinced me about it when they told me the reactions their partner had afterwards. Stupidly, I did it last week, and my husband's reaction wasn't what I thought it would be.
Why?
You gotta really take note of the lack of accountability. They convinced me. They made me do it because they thought it would be fun. Bro, you did it. If you thought it was that bad of an idea, you wouldn't have done it. So take some accountability, man. Like, what the heck?
Was she expecting her husband to react just like her friend's partner did?
Oh my God, this is
She was
crazy.
playing around, and now she found out.
I honestly thought that he would try and talk to me or beg or make suggestions like my friends' partners had done, but he didn't.
So the whole point of their game was to test their partner and see how much he cared about their relationship, but they used the wrong strategy. You don't bring up divorce in any circumstances when you are married, regardless of whether that was a joke or not.
Yeah, that's
She was
crazy.
expecting
That's
him
insane.
to beg, but this is not how things work.
Well, some men would do that, but this guy clearly he's not on that role, and neither would I be. I'm not going to sit here and beg. If you don't want to be with me, then it's the best thing for both of us. As sad as that would be,
We had dinner and we were watching a movie when I told him, I'm not happy
Dude,
anymore,
at the end of the
and I
day,
think we should get a divorce. He looked at me for a couple of seconds, and I swear, it looked like something broke in his eyes. He got up, walked to our bedroom, and within 10 minutes came out with a bag and walked out of the house without saying a word to me.
Let's go.
Why did she wait for 10 minutes without telling him that it was a joke? She shouldn't have left him alone for that long, knowing that it would eventually make him believe that it was true. That joke went too far.
I mean, yeah, but like even the fact that she would be willing to make that joke in the first place is kind of fucked up if you think about it, right? Like that's messed up. The fact that you would be willing to make that kind of joke knowing what it's like, knowing what the current situation is and like dating and relationships in this world, and like the fact that people are just struggling every day to just survive and to, be sane in this crazy world, that you would go and do that to someone, especially your partner. It's because it's not a joke. It's just not a joke. If you say you want to break up with somebody or you want to divorce somebody, there's nothing funny about that. No one's gonna take that as a funny thing. You know what I mean? Unless there's like a specific situation or context where like you're out and about and like someone else makes a joke and then everyone's joking around and then you kind of throw it out or someone throws it out. That's kind of different. But when you're just sitting there at dinner watching a show and then your spouse turns to you and says that, I mean, holy shit, bro.
I tried to stop him, especially after seeing him with his bag packed, and I told him it was just a joke and I didn't mean it. But he basically just brushed me off and walked out. I've tried to get a hold of him, messages, calls, emails, video chats, but he isn't answering me at all.
What else did she expect from him? I don't know how she didn't anticipate this outcome.
My friends didn't have any real advice and told me to just give him time and that he will get over it. Everything came down on me yesterday when I was served with actual divorce papers.
Oh my God.
I frantically tried to get a hold of him, but all I got back was he has nothing to say and that I should talk to his lawyer.
Hey, you're going to mess with a man like that. You're going to mess with his emotions. You're going to, you're going to screw around with his mind and with his heart, bro. Like, hey, he's well within his right to go ahead and move forward and actually divorce you. You know what I mean? Because the fact that you would be even willing to do that is just messed up. So this is the only way that he would be, able to get revenge, is to actually go forward. And because he's not going to go back and be like, try to play a joke on her, because he doesn't know. The fact of the matter is, the fact that she brought that up, it could be true. You know what I mean? So the best revenge is success.
This experience just made her realize that we can't play with everything or everyone. The fact that this joke worked on others didn't mean that it would have worked on her partner, but she learned this lesson a bit too late. Wife here of 16 years. Someone who loves their spouse does not use the word divorce, period, especially as a joke.
Facts.
Not a joke. Those are not your friends.
Facts.
Possibly, just maybe, that man was ready to leave and she gave him the final push. In my relationship, that's the one thing you don't play about, leaving or divorce. Don't play with my feelings because I'll leave. That's not a joke. If a guy did that to me, I would do the exact same thing. Thinking that a man would fight for their relationship after being told that his partner no longer wants to be with him is insane, especially for those who married a confident partner, a guy who is sure of himself. Those guys know that love and affection can't be forced. It must be spontaneous. Therefore, it wouldn't make sense to try to convince someone who already made their mind. So expecting them to beg or fight for that relationship when it gets to this stage is a waste of time, as it won't happen.
Yeah.
Which is why it didn't work on her partner. He knows better.
And I told him it was just a joke.
Now, you know what the sad part about this is that her friends could have literally lied to her, bro. This might not even be real. They could have just made that shit up just to get them, divorced, because maybe they didn't like him, or maybe they thought that he was a bad choice for her. And then you don't know. That's the thing. That's why I'm saying you have to be so aware of who's around you, because their mindsets and their habits will seep into your life.
And I didn't mean it, but he basically just brushed me off and walked out.
If that was actually a joke, she should have told him once she realized that he was in shock. But instead, she left him in the room for 10 minutes. What did she expect him to think and do after this type of joke? And to make the situation even worse, she only opened up about it once she realized that he was ready to leave the house. She just learned that some words or types of jokes can't be used by those who are married, and this is where her mistake started.
This shouldn't be something that people have to learn. You know this. Her conscience knew that was a bad idea. You know what I mean? She knew it was a bad idea, but she went ahead and did it anyways, just to test him and see what would happen. Well, you found out. He got his revenge. He divorced your ass, and he's probably gonna go find a woman who actually respects him enough not to play those kind of games.
Done. Now get the out of my car.
Do you understand what I'm saying right now? I was literally joking. Like, this was just a prank.
You pranked me too damn much. This ain't no fucking prank no more.
I didn't even do as
You got me. I'm sick of you. I want to be single. You wanted to break up? You thought it was a prank? Well, you fucking brought it out of me. So we're done.
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
You're really gonna leave me?
Yeah.
Is that how it's gonna be?
Leave her
like,
ass, bro.
seriously. I
Leave
was
her.
actually pranking you. Like, this was literally
oh my
a
God,
joke.
bro. No.
I didn't think you were gonna react this way. I thought you were gonna try and freaking like fight for me. Not freaking agree with me and say, yeah, you do want to be done with me. You don't want to be with me anymore.
Get the out of my car.
He is tired of fighting for you. She found out the hard way men want peace in their lives, not drama and games. Simply respond to her. I'm not a joke. Good on you, brother. Peace over chaos. Yes, he is serious. Joke went too far. What did she do to make him get into that level? The best they can do for themselves at this point is leave this type of prank in 2024. Because I think it brought...
Yeah, it's doing these kind of jokes or pranks, as they like to call them. It's just another form of a shit test to basically see, oh, does he really want me? It's like, dude, why do you think we're still together? You think I would be with you if I didn't want to be with you? No, of course not. There's no reason to do that. It's just disrespect.
Girls, how do we know that the guy is the right guy? How do we know?
When he is not with you, he can't breathe.
Oh, it's about him.
Yeah, it's about him. It's not you. You'll know. But what you got to do is make sure he feels that way about you. When you're away, he doesn't do well without you. He can't breathe good. He's not the same. He calls and checks on you. He wonders about your whereabouts, not in a controlling way, but it's just like he just wants to be in touch. When you get that I can't breathe without you feeling from that guy, that's him.
I don't know what Steve is talking about. He just described the type of man most women would place in the friend zone. It seems like Steve still believes in those Disney movies, but this is not how the world works.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, we all felt that, in our relationships and stuff. But like, dude, the reality of the situation is, I don't know why he's promoting this kind of bullshit, because at the end of the day, that does not need to be a necessity to find the right man. Now that woman that he was just talking to has it in her mind that if the guy's not simping over her, if he's not constantly giving her attention, now that he doesn't care about her and it's a bad situation.
When you know it's the one, God will make sure you know. He will make sure you'll just know it. You'll just know it's right. And until you have that, just wait. Keep walking.
So he has to have dependency issues? No, you will know when he loves God more than he loves you. Everyone thinks they are a philosopher these days. There isn't ever just one guy. If you live long enough, you discover it's about the work you put into it. They still leave even after all that. Damn, I can't be the one. I have been breathing without her all day. I don't know why people still go to Steve to get dating advice. He definitely doesn't know what he is talking about, as most women would be turned off by a guy who can't breathe when she is not around. If what Steve was saying was true, most women would be happy by now, because they already found that man. But he either became their exes or was placed in the friend zone. They could have kept him. But guess what? He wasn't excited enough. They would rather chase Chad attracted to. It's a simple.
Ladies,
And I know for sure that she is laughing inside after what he said.
Ladies, men's primary focus is not relationships. They are biologically selfish. And they can come in the comments here and deny it until they're blue in the face. But this is the facts. And the quicker you realize this as a woman, the happier you will be in this life. Once you realize that a man does not give an F about you, you will be happier as a woman. When you start to think this way, you will naturally prioritize yourself. And that is something that as women we should have done many years ago. We should have done centuries ago. And I don't just mean being out here for survival. No. I mean really decentering men and centering ourselves. Men's primary focus is not relationships. It's career, status, and personal goals.
As we should. This is a clear...
Right, but a good question to ask is, why is that the case? Why is it that men chase those things? Could it possibly be so that we can provide and protect for our family? Just a thought, just a thought. Could it be that possibly the reason why we're seeing so many societal problems these days and men not, advancing in careers and dropping out of the workforce and dropping out of college is because they don't really have anything to fight for, so to speak, in terms of, a family and a relationship, because not only women like this exist with these kind of mindsets, but also because the economy is in the shape that it's in. I don't know.
Clear example of a woman who is not being fully honest because she just described the type of men most women are attracted to, but somehow she wanted to paint it as if it was a bad thing. What she won't tell her followers is that the guy who made their relationship his main focus is currently her ex, and other guys who share the same mindset are currently in her friend zone.
Yeah, man, focus on yourself, focus on your purpose, and building a lifestyle that a woman can enter into. That's what I do, and that's what I've done. I'm not chasing women in the sense of making our relationship the primary thing, because it's not, right? As a man, you have a purpose that you need to focus on and build up. And once you begin that and you begin that journey and you get going on that, that's when a woman will come into your life, and she will be a complement to that, right? But it's never supposed to be the focus. You're not supposed to spend all day just on your relationship 24/7, and most men don't.
Where's relationships in that? Doesn't exist. Because men don't center their lives around relationships. In fact, they see relationships as just like an addition, as something that's
I literally just said that.
Just kind of there lingering. You don't go out seeking relationships. They go out seeking pleasure. Oh yeah. And we're gonna trigger some men today because they're not gonna like that. Oh no, we care about love. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
They never hesitate to put themselves first, regardless of how it makes you feel.
The projection is crazy.
That's why you should take advantage of his money as long as you can and do not be too attached. I used to believe this for 4 years, but it really isn't true for all men. There are men out there who can and will love and take care of you and show you every single day.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between being obsessed with your relationship and it's the only thing on your mind and being a simp and having no other bigger purpose beyond that, and spending intentional time with your woman every day and actually, loving each other. That's a huge, and the problem is that these videos is they always take the most extreme ends, you know what I mean? And that's what annoys me about these kind of, videos.
Right? They always prioritize themselves. I think my mom is lucky because she has the best husband who prioritizes my mom and his kids. My dad is a caring person and he can handle everyone's mood swings. And the creator of this video replied, "He is simply cooperating. He is doing what he needs to do to get by." Another follower disagreed with the creator's reply and said, "Totally agree. My dad has always been treating me and my mom like literal queens, gives compliments and focused attention every single day. I wouldn't call that cooperating or settling. She is coping." She is so confused. Just because our primary focus isn't relationship, it doesn't automatically mean that we are selfish. It has nothing to do with whether we care about our partner or not.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean is like the reason why a lot of men don't have their focus on the relationship itself is because there's no way for you to protect and provide when your primary focus is on the relationship. It's impossible. You can't do it all. And that's the thing women need to understand is that they're there for a reason, right? We have different roles, we have different strengths and different weaknesses. You want a guy to protect and provide and be masculine? Okay, well, don't sit there and berate him about the fact that, every second of the day he's not giving you attention. Holy shit. We're going to end it right there, guys. I think we've gotten through enough of this story to really understand what was going on. But leave your comments, leave your advice, leave your experiences down below so we can hear from you, and other guys can learn. We can all learn from each other. And I think really the message here is like, just don't get married in the first place, all right? A lot of this can be avoided if you don't get married. A lot of this can be avoided if you just focus on your purpose as a man and stop listening to these women out here who are just absolutely insane trying to tell you what to do in order to get them, because at the end of the day, it's not even worth it. So, not to say that there aren't good women out there. There are, and you should seek them, and you should improve yourself and find those women, but beware these ones. That's why I make these videos, because I don't want you guys to fall for ones that have that horrible mindset that are not feminine and who are going to ruin your life. All right, I'll see you guys later.